viewers, my farmers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night for those who are sleeping. What you're seeing here is A to Z. I told you as we begin with the A to Z that you not realize later on how this farm will be. So for those who are watching for the first time or for the second time, we have come from a journey. You can watch the first A to Z that there was nothing in this land. So I welcome you all. Dumela, Uribwaji, habari, Kenya hakuna matata. So welcome so much, and I needed to give you a sneak peek of what we are doing here. So this is A to Z, episode 3. So welcome so much. We see the progress which is here. What are the challenges? What are the development that have been done? What has changed? What is it? Are they fruiting? Are they flowering? What is it? Are there trees that have died? Are there trees that they are dormant? So all these will be this episode 3. Welcome. So I will talk about 3 things today, or 4. The trees you are seeing here now, these are the apples. Remember we said this farm we are doing golden fruits, and this is what it is now. These are the Wamboko apples. See, they are almost to my shoulders. But what happens, like this tree, the way you are seeing it, I had to tip it on the top because it was going up only one. So I had to tip it on top so that it can give me some more branches. And you can see it's giving me more branch. And this is so good. On episode 2, this farm, we were using what we call dam water. It's right there. And we had a generator there, which is still there. But we had one challenge of water. These trees that you are seeing here, they're supposed to be fruiting several. There are few that are fruiting and few that have fruits, and others are flowering. But we had a challenge of water. So what we did, we had to come back again, we went back to the drawing board, and we had to change the kind of irrigation we are doing and the source of water, because when it's hot, extremely hot like this, at a point we could not get even a liter of water to water our trees. So this is why we are seeing the trees are somehow almost the same with the episode 2. But we had to sit down and figure it out again. And after doing all this, we had to come up with a permanent solution. And remember, in Laikipia, these are semi-arid place where it is so hot and rains are scarce. So we had to take advantage of the solar, and we have done a borehole, and the borehole is perfect. And we had to take advantage of the climate here, which now we are using is on advantage on the farm. And the water we got there was quite good, because 1 hour we are getting 40 cubic, meaning we are getting 40,000 liters per hour. Those 4 tanks you see there, they are each is 10 liters, 10,000 liters each, meaning 1 hour those 4 tanks will be full of water. So what we are doing, we had to minimize some of these costs. Though it's costly for the borehole, because we used I will talk of Kenya shilling around 4 million. I think I don't know how much in dollars, but I'll convert into dollars. But it's 4 million Kenya shilling. It's quite huge amount, but you had to sacrifice for this, which is very permanent and which is saving a lot. The way you are seeing watering happening here, this has been happening almost 2 hours, but we have no cost onto this, But before, we were using the generator. Remember the generator, we had to buy the diesel. And right now in Kenya, diesel is so scarce and it's very expensive. So you can imagine the amount of diesel we could have used. So we are using just solar. The way it's pumped in the borehole with the pump that which is we had to invest on. Then this one is direct. You just open and that is all. So as we are starting now, this borehole has been effective like 1 week ago. So it's just few days. We are enjoying it. And another challenge we had, like the way you're seeing this one, it's using 1 point for watering. This is how we call it. As I told you last time, it's called button drip. So it will drill. It will drip the water like this. So, and you can see 2 hours what has been happening. So the water is quite massive. But because of this tree will be big. Remember now it's just a baby tree. So far, I think, if I'm not wrong, this tree is now almost 8 months, the way it is. So within maybe the 2 years, this tree will need more watering on the ground. So what we are doing is also another challenge we realized. This 1 point might not be enough to water the whole of this. So we are doing another point on this side so that we can have more water. This was my bag culling, and I had, these are the things we call the baton, these ones. These are the ones we are using to make sure that the water which is coming, it has some holes round which the water will be using. It's something you can open, see. So you just you make a hole on the small pipe, and then once you make it, you close it like this. So this one will control the watering. This one will control the water which is coming from the pipe. So I'll show you. I always have my equipment. I'm a good farmer. Not that one. Oh yes, I bought this from Botswana. So boa, I am still using it. So you make sure that the point you are making is a very small point, like that. Oops. And then you put it inside. Oops. Yep. My hands are... Ooh. You have to encounter some of these things. So this water, you ensure that the watering is covering a bigger and a large space, so that this one, within 2 hours, the water will be much enough. So now, that was the challenge of water. We were able to overcome it. And this is one of the challenges that we have with many people. Remember, there were some few trees that were fruiting inside here. But the issue was the flowers were aborting. And the main issue we realized is that the water was not enough. So once the fruiting comes or the flowering happen, that much needed water was not there. So this is a challenge that the flowers and some small fruits had to abort. So we had to solve this, and permanent. That's why it's important for the borehole. So that one is permanent solved. So you are going to go around, and the last time you were there, my what do we call the grapes? They were not this size. As you can see them, they are very good, and luckily enough, most of them have started already fruiting. So I'll show you how my grapes all the way from Philippines, how they are not Philippines, all the way from Ukraine. Yeah, a friend from Philippines gave me connection to Ukraine. So they are doing perfect. I'll show you, they already started fruiting. So patience is good for farmers. So they have already started fruiting. Dragon fruit, one on one, they are fruiting. And we have our peach, which are doing very well. And some of them have already started fruiting, but the water was not enough for them to get enough water even to hold for the flowers. So we are going to go around and you see the A to Z how it is going on. So you can see here the water is so much. As you can see here, yes. I'm trying to clear up, and you see the kind of water is getting to this tree. So you can see it's much water. Even we switch off the machine there, so everything will be okay. So you can imagine from here all the way. So whichever point of these roots are, they are ensured to get water, because you can see it is even enough and even having extra water. So you can see they are good, and each and every tree getting enough water. My peaches. This peach is one of the golden fruits that we are doing here, and luckily enough, or fortunate, it is speeding a lot, because this we planted with the same with the apples, but due to the nature of this peach, you can see how big it is. It's above my height. Yes, so it's a good one. So this one already have started flowering, but what we've done before, we had to remove the flowers, so we will allow it now to continue to fruiting. These are the peach. They're already fruiting, as you can see, and these are the buds. These are the buds which will be fruiting, having more of the fruits. As you can see, all of them have those buds. So this is where it will be fruiting. So like this one branch will have this is the flowering of peach. So this one will have 3, almost every point 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 20, one branch. So you can imagine one branch will be having the fruit. So this is how they fruit. So now this, because it's enough, we just let it be. And luckily enough, we have this is nectarine, what you're seeing here. So we just mix, because it's the same family with the peach. So we were trying to mix up, and 2 varieties of different varieties of peach, because of pollination purpose. So these are my peach. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I'm a great farmer. I feel nice. You know, when you are planting your plant or a tree with your own hands, and then you see the progress like this, I know you understand how I'm feeling. So next time we'll be having clenching, or we'll be clenching the peach also, as we do the grapes and as we do the apples. So those are the peach now. They are doing well also. These are the grapes that we did. I want to show you. Sorry, we had to cover this way for the sake of the fruits. The buds here they're unstoppable, so we had to spray around and cover the fruits. So I want to show you how the fruits are. I have to cut this thing. Yes, so these are the fruits. And remember, these grapes is not like the other round one. This one is oval. So these are the grapes. They are still these. Last time we didn't have even one fruiting, and I have to make sure that the even one is not eaten by the birds. So also these are the flowering also happening in some points. These are the flowering also. So these grapes will have a lot and a lot. So they're happening all the way. We have some fruit at another point, and also the flowering. So my grapes, my Ukraine fruits are getting ready. So I'll be clenching these ones. Yes, I always have a problem with people when I'm crunching. This one, I'll show you. I'll make sure that the video I take, I'll have it like 5 minutes. Yes, I enjoy the power of being a farmer. Yes, we get the best. So those are the fruiting. So ensure that we cover very well, because the birds, they will eat all of them. So you have to make them not to touch it. Even if you are the mother of the birds, not at these grapes. No, I can't. And God forgive me. This is where we did the borehole. Where I'm standing, this is where the hole is. This one. So it's deep 120 meters from here. It's 120. That's why we had to get water. You can imagine. So this is it, and we are going to make a small house here for this, just to make sure that it's protected. You don't just leave it at this, like this. You need to cover it and block it every time. So here, so far for 1 week only, we have done 238 cubic. That is 238,000 liters. So far we have used for only 1 week. So that is it. So this is the system, and this is the how do we monitor the, what do we call it, the pressure of the water coming from down. So we are able to monitor it here, and now deep from there and all the way to the tanks now. And from the tanks we also done some connection that we are easily able to water or irrigate our farm. But remember, we are not using anything more. It's only the solar. So that's the power. You may think that you are so disadvantaged to be in a very hot areas, but let me tell you, for me, it's a very big advantage, because the more the hot area it is, I have seen plants they grow so quick. And also remember, now the water is so massive. You can imagine 40 cubic meters, that is 40,000 per hour. So that is the beauty of taking advantage of everything happening around your farm. So thank you so much. That's the system. And now the solar panels, and then the water tower. So it's a huge investment, but it is worth it. Remember, this one is lifetime investment. We have come to the end of this episode, and as I always say, and I always do, I like crunching so much, but unfortunately we don't have fruits which are ripe here. But I'm tempted to take this one, but because I'm doing some calculations, I think no. It's something before I close I've seen every tree which is going one like this or 2 branches, you need more branching of this apple. Make sure you tip like this with your hands, like this and like this and like this. Yes, come to the end of this episode, but before I leave, I want us to do some mathematics. This farm you're seeing here, the A to Z, let me go to my True Master. Yes, this farm you're seeing here, we have around 3,000 trees, plants that we have warm apples. The market that we have right now, we are selling one fruit at 30 bob. That is 30 shilling or $3. Or is it 30 pula? No. Yeah, I think 30 pula. No, 3 pula. Yeah, 3 pula, 30 Kenya shilling, and $0.3 one fruit. Let's say that we have a very lazy farmer, or a very, very, very lazy farmer. This tree, when it will be around 2 years or 3 years, one tree will be giving me over 1,000 fruits, one tree. Let's say that you, because it can't be me. No, me, I will never be lazy. Let's say that you, or not you, the other person, let's say that the 3,000 trees will give 500 fruits only. 500 fruits from one tree. That time that other farmer is so lazy because I said it can never be Kate. So we multiply by 500. My 3,000 trees, I multiply, but that one tree will give me 500 on a very low quantity. So 500. 3,000 you multiply by 500. The 500, remember, they are pieces of fruits, and 3,000 they are pieces of trees. So we get, I hope you have your calculator. I don't want to lie, and I don't want to use figures that they will look like a lie. No, I want to be practical. So 3,000 multiplied by 500. So that will be 1.5 million. Fruits, not money. We are not yet to the money. We are not yet in the bank. So we are talking about 1.5 million fruits in this farm. Now, how much do you buy fruit in your country? I don't know. We want to use the lowest price that one would imagine. So the price that we got, one fruit they will be buying from us at $0.3 dollars. So me, I will use Kenya shilling because I'm in Kenya. So the 1.5 million you multiply by, I will even multiply not even by 30 shilling. I will not even multiply by 3 pula. I will not only multiply by 0.03 dollars. I will just multiply by 20 shillings. So multiply by 20 shillings. You in Botswana, I don't know, in Jamaica how much, in Caribbean I don't know, in Trinidad how much, in Zambia, Uganda. Use your Tanzania shilling. Use Zanzibar, that is in, use your shilling or use your currency. So myself, I'll use 20 shilling. So the 1.5 million multiplied by 20. Now the amount I'm getting here is money now. So my 3,000 trees and my 3,000 giving me 500 fruits per tree, and I multiply by 20 shillings, it is giving me 30 million Kenya shilling. Let me divide in dollars so that you're able. A dollar here is around, let's give it 100. You divide by 100. So that will be $300,000. So let me go back to my Kenya shilling. So my Kenya shilling is 30 million. Who would not want to go to pocket such money? Me, I'm already in this deal. So I'm just doing practical mathematics